Hello, everyone. My name is Brandon Faulkner, and welcome to Village Core, where we live our mission, which is to connect, share, learn, and build intergenerational connections for mutual learning. This is a place where youth tech minds and senior wisdom join forces in order to bring you meetings like this. Today, we have a powerful cooking tool called Yumly, which brings everything about cooking together to provide you both healthy meals and also an enjoyable cooking experience. Yumly is not only a place where you can get different recipes, it's also a place where you can get unique technology in order to make sure that your cooking is to perfection every single time. So here, taking a look at Yumly, let's go to their homepage, which we're currently on. We can look at our favorite cuisines. So here we have meals that are typical American foods. We have kid-friendly meals, Italian, Asian, Mexican, and so on and so forth. We can also search through 2 million plus recipes about anything that we want to make. So if you're in the mood for a nice burger, you can have that. Or if you're in the mood for some pho, you can also make that using Yumly. The way that this works essentially is that Yumly is something that you can either download on your phone or you can access through a website. You can also specify what food allergies you have as well in order to avoid specific foods that you can or cannot eat. Also moving on here, we also have do we follow any diets, such as following a vegetarian diet, a low food map. We have vegetarian once again. We have vegan, we have paleo, pescatarian, and other things such as keto. Any ingredients you don't want to see recommended in your recipes, you can also specify what ingredients you don't want inside of your recipes. And then also, if that ingredient isn't on this list, you can add it here yourself if you don't want it. So let's say that nuts aren't on this list, and I want to specify that I don't want nuts in my recipe. I can type in that I don't want walnuts, pecans, anything like that, and Yumly will try to find recipes without those ingredients in order to make sure that I'm getting what I want exactly. We also can see here we can describe my cooking skills. So let's say I was a beginner cook. It'll give me simple recipes. Intermediate would be intermediate recipes, and then advanced would be your more advanced recipes. If you're somebody who wants to take on a little bit more of a challenge and take a little bit more time cooking. And you can also click the Yum to pick the recipes you want to see in your recommendation. So this is basically the same way as just hearting. Clicking a little heart with the specific recipes that you want to see repeated over and over again. Yumly will also curate different recipes based off of what you select and what you select often. So if you hit that little yum next to all those recipes, Yumly will try to curate recipes for you that are roughly the same or similar to these recipes that we're seeing here. Like these bakery style cookies, if I were to hit the yum button, I would get other baked goods recommended to me because Yumly knows that I like to make baked goods. And here we can also see what are my cooking goals. We can either learn a new skill, try new cuisine, save time, save money, or eat healthy. So depending on what you're trying to do with your recipes, Yumly has it all for you in very easy steps that you can follow. And of course, once again, you can search through 2 million different recipes in order to find what you're looking for. Like if I wanted to make baby back ribs, we can see that there are a ton of different recipes on how to make baby back ribs, and we can choose exactly what I want and exactly the recipe that I want in order to make these baby back ribs. So here we have roughly 6,488 different recipe suggestions in order to make baby back ribs, which honestly, me personally, I did not know that there'd be that many recipes in order to make baby back ribs. Also, some cool technology that we have with Yumly. Um, with Yumly, we have something called the smart thermometer. So essentially, what the smart thermometer is anytime you're cooking, let's say, a different type of meat, you have a Bluetooth device that sticks into the meat and will track the heat inside of the meat to make sure that your food is cooked to perfection. So let me get my screen sharing with audio up real fast, and I will play the video to show you what I'm All right, so we're going to mute that. But here, essentially, we can see these people going through. and they're using their smartphones in order to have that option of using the little Bluetooth device to properly track whether or not they want their food medium rare, rare, other things like that. You can specify on the app, and then you can get your meat cooked to perfection using the Yumly wireless meat thermometer. So this will track exactly what you're looking for and get it right every single time. You can multitask with confidence, so you don't have to worry about your meat. You can just let it cook, and then once it is done, and once it is to the point that you want, it'll notify you whether it's time to switch or whether it's time to take it off and to start cutting it up, and preparing it. We also have programs for all skill levels, so it'll once again notify you time to flip your steak. Or you can save when you buy two or more devices, depending on how much you cook and depending on how much you want to be cooking in the future. So it's completely wireless, Bluetooth connected, built-in timers and alerts, assisted cooking programs, which means that it'll give you different types of recipes and other things like that. Three thermometers, temperature sensors, which means that there are three different places where it's trying to look for what's being perfect and what's being cooked, to make sure that your meal is ready to go. And then there's also a magnetic charging dock, so you can charge it overnight and get it ready to go for when you want to cook again. So how it works, you specify what you're cooking, you choose your cut of meat, whether it is something like a steak, a roast, a tenderloin, a brisket, or it's an other. And then you can also specify that meat, once again, it's either meat, poultry, fish, or wild game. And then you'd specify how you like it. If you want it rare, medium well, well done. And then you insert the thermometer and it starts running, and you can specify what heat you want it at and what heat it should be. And then once again, Yumly will notify you with a notification where it's time to remove that steak off the heat. Also, if you're somebody who doesn't necessarily want to be cooking out throughout the week because you don't necessarily have the time, there is the meal planning option with Yumly. So with Yumly, essentially what they can do is when you add your shopping list, let's say I were to go through right now and I were to add different things, I'd have to sign in. But if I were to sign in with all my shopping needs, I think it's going to force me. Yes, it's going to force me to sign in real fast. So I'll do this. Yes. And then here we go. So now that I've signed in, I can go to the meal plan. And now I can start adding my ingredients that I have currently in my house that I can cook with. So I have Greek yogurt, I have milk, and then so on and so forth. And then Yumly will try to curate recipes, and other ingredients. And then as well, we can order different ingredients from different stores. We can add them to my cart, and then Yumly will actually connect to those different types of stores, to those different types of places, like Target, um, like Instacart and other things like that. And then once you add it to cart, like let's say I want to add these things to cart, my cart is ready. We'll be checking out with Walmart. It'll take me directly to the Walmart site where I can check out, and I can give them my payment information in order to make sure that I have those things ready to go. So Yumly has its different meal plans where I can specify what meals I want to cook using the rest the using the ingredients that I currently have. So we have today's meal, we have this week's meal, and then we have unscheduled meals as well. So here as well, we have the meal planning guide. If you want a guide in order to make sure that you are eating healthy, Yumly provides you with an idea of what you should be eating and different recipes that you can be making, in order to have a meal planned meal ready to go whenever you want at your convenience. There's also recipes like my feed. So if I want to make sure that I'm getting recipes that are specifically catered to me, I can go through back through the steps and make sure that all my recipes are ready to go. Or if I'm feeling adventurous, I can also browse different meals, and browse different seasonal meals in order to make sure that I am trying something new, I'm branching out, and I find something new that I might like to eat. There's also pro recipes. So if you're really good at cooking, You can do Carol Hall in the kitchen with Cookie. So you can get different meals that are specified that are a little bit more difficult for you to cook, and then Yumly will tell you how to cook them as well. So if we have artisanal home pizza, we can watch the chef intro of him making it. We can get the pizza dough ready. There's also a video that shows you exactly what things should look like. This one is 9 steps, which takes roughly 6 hours. The four cheese pizza is 10 steps, which roughly takes 38 minutes. There's a vegan pizza, which is 11 steps, which is 74 minutes, and so on and so forth. Here we have the guided recipes as well. So if you want to try a guided recipe video, this is step-by-step instructions with videos on how to make your food. There's oven timers and tools that'll be allowed with it. Send your recipes to your oven, and then once they are done, you'll be able to make them. And it's just a really easy thing to follow. There's also different articles that you can read about eating healthy in different months, like eating healthy in February and March. You can get different things for dinner, chicken, summer, kid friendly, other things like that. And let's say I saved a few recipes. So here we have Brandon Faulkner, and here we have my little profile photo. Here I can view all my saved meals, and then I can come back to them if I really do enjoy them, and I can make them over and over and over again. So this is something that is good for things like dessert and other things like that. If you're planning, let's say, a family dinner or something like that, you can make the same dessert that they love every single time and bring it upon request, or just bring it out of the kindness of your heart to any of those family dinners and get ready to go and make everybody smile with a delicious meal and a delicious piece of dessert. We also have more tools, which is downloading the Yumly app. Once again, Yumly is an app as well, um, not just something that is online, like this website that I'm currently looking at. We can also get the Yumly app, which allows you to hold all these recipes and more, and allows you to have easy access to it while you're cooking, rather than taking a full computer like this MacBook that I'm currently working on into the kitchen and getting it messed up and all dirty. So that is something nice. Here we have more tools as well, like the Yum button, which the Yum button, once again, is something that you can do and save all those recipes. We also found a recipe that's not on Yumly. You can add your recipe to the box instantly with the Yumly bookmarklet. This allows Yumly to have more recipes for other users as well, and it also allows you to store this recipe on the Yumly website in a safe place that you can always access, rather than having to go back to that website and look for it once more. And then other than that, that is about it. So Yumly is a really cool tool to find new recipes, to find new ways of cooking, depending on your cooking skills, depending on your diet, depending on what you are restricted from and what you aren't restricted from, and also just something to make you smile and get you in the feel for cooking and make sure that you have an enjoyable meal every single time. So once again, my name is Brandon Faulkner, and we want to thank you for connecting, sharing, and learning. Once again, you can find a recording of of this session on our website at villagecore.org, or you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Village Core, in order to catch up on both past and future videos that we post regularly. So once again, thank you so much for watching, and that's it.